Good morning to everyone. I'm Amma Maheshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. In this video lecture series, I'm going to explain about the wireless communication, the introduction and the various titles in the wireless communication. In this particular video, I'm going to explain about the basics of wireless communication. In the ancient period, we are using a wireless ancient communication. That is, we'll be using birds in order to communicate with the one end to the other end. And the modern era of wireless communication has been upgraded with some Wi-Fi's, with some network facilities. So network, then we'll be using a modem and Wi-Fi, and in that we'll be using various wireless devices in order to connect with the worldwide areas. So the main thing is wireless communication is used to transfer the information or the power between the two or more points that are not connected by an electrical conductor. It is a wireless, so it is not being connected by any conductors. So the various components of a wireless communication are wireless channel, then mainly the air. It acts as a medium between the wireless communication. Then the information is transferred in the form of electromagnetic waves, that is from the transmitter to the receiver. Then the basic terms in wireless communication is propagation, modes of propagation, multipath propagation, fading, shadowing, and the path loss. These are the basic terms which is used in the wireless communication. So the various propagation of radio waves is nothing but radio propagation is the tendency of radio waves to travel from one point to another or into various parts of the atmosphere. Then the modes of propagation of radio waves are the radiated signal from the transmitter reaches the receiver in three different modes. So that is, we'll be using various propagation. That is, one is direct propagation, then the second one is ground wave propagation, and the third one is sky wave propagation. So in multipath propagation, where the sender will be at the one point and the receiver will be at the other end, but we can transfer the information in any networks from. So for example, we are considering a home, will be using a Wi-Fi internet there. From that, it will be getting the communication to different areas. So the effects of multipath propagation are, here the radio waves reaching the receiver in more than one direction may be constructive or destructive. In constructive scenario, the data which is given will be sent accordingly. But in destructive scenario, where it will be sent in one point and also will be receiving it in the other point by destructive mode. So fading, it is an important definition here. It is a variation of the attenuation of a signal with various variables. These variables include time, geographical position, and the radio frequency. In wireless systems, fading may either be due to multipath propagation, that is weather and the particularly rain. This is nothing but a fading. It is the variation of the attenuation of the signal with various variables. So the example is, fading in general is referred to as the gradual loss of certain quality or the parameter, where it nearly disappears over the period of time. We can consider the example of our cloth. If it is a dark cloth, if we put it in the sunlight, where the color changes, so their fading happens. That is mainly loss of a certain quality. So there are various types of fading. Small fading, large scale fading. In small fading, we'll be having multipath delay spread and the Doppler spread, whereas in large scale, we'll be having path loss and the shadowing. In multipath delay spread, we'll be having flat fading, frequency selective fading, whereas in Doppler spread, we'll be having fast and the slow fading. So shadowing here is the effect that the received signal power fluctuates due to objects obstructing the propagation path between the transmitter and the receiver. This is nothing but the shadowing, where the example from the tower will be having A, B, C, D. So the received power will shift from various positions, that is path between objects, obstructing the propagation path between the transmitter and the receiver. So the assessment is what is meant by wireless communication, and which is the following, which of the following is not the example of a wireless communication. Thank you.